Sarah watches as her mother tries on an expensive fur coat in a high-end department store. "Do you realize," Sarah says, "that some poor dumb animal had to suffer just for you to wear that coat?" Sarah's mother turns to her and snaps, "Think about how much I've suffered, and don't call your father an animal." It was a hot day at the river, and two crocodiles were sitting on the bank, basking in the sun. After a few hours of just lying around, the smaller crocodile turned to the bigger one and said, "I can't understand how you can be so much bigger than me. We're the same age, we were the same size as kids. I just don't get it." The big crocodile looked at him with a wise expression and said, "Well, what have you been eating?" The small crocodile replied, "Well, mostly politicians that come here with their mistresses, same as you." The big crocodile chuckled and said, "Well, where do you catch them?" The small crocodile replied, "On the other side of the river, near the car park." The big crocodile nodded his head and said, "Same here. Tell me your method. How do you catch them?" The small crocodile grinned and said, "Well, I crawl up under one of their big Lexus, BMW, or Mercedes cars and wait for one to unlock the car door. Then I jump out, grab them by the leg, shake the crap out of them, and eat them." The big crocodile laughed and said, "I think I see your problem. You're not getting any real nourishment. See, by the time you finish shaking the crap out of a politician, there's nothing much left but an empty suit with a briefcase." One day at a bus stop, there was a girl who was wearing a skin-tight miniskirt. When the bus arrived and it was her turn to get on, she realized that her skirt was so tight that she couldn't get her foot high enough to reach the step. Thinking it would give her enough slack to raise her leg, she reached behind and unzipped her skirt a little. She still could not reach the step. Embarrassed, she reached back once again to unzip it a little more. Still, she couldn't reach the step. So, with her skirt zipper halfway down, she reached back and unzipped her skirt all the way. Thinking that she could get on the step now, she lifted up her leg only to realize that she still couldn't reach the step. So, seeing how embarrassed the girl was, the man standing behind her put his hands around her waist and lifted her up onto the first step of the bus. The girl turned around furiously and said, "How dare you touch my body that way? I don't even know you." Shocked, the man says, "Well, mister, after you reached around and unzipped my fly 3 times, I kind of figured that we were friends." Down at his local social club, Jack was amazed to see a girl lean over the table exposing her bare bum. Not only that, but on each buttock was tattooed the number 6. Jack immediately felt it was a sign he was going to be lucky, so he went over to the treasurer and bought ticket 66 for the prize draw the next night. It was a bonus prize of £1,000. The following night, Jack arrived after the draw had taken place, and he turned to his mate at the bar, saying, "Was the winning ticket 66? No, sorry mate, you were close, but no cigar." "What was it then?" asked the disappointed Jack. "It was 606. Two guys decide to go moose hunting for the first time. They stop at a gun shop to get all the gear they will need. The clerk helping them out decided to have a little fun with the newbies. Best way to hunt a moose is in one of these female moose costumes. You both get in it, make a moose mating call. When the male moose shows up, just unzip the suit and shoot him. Easy as that. The two guys buy the costume and head out into the woods. After both getting into the same moose costume, the guy in back says, "Okay, now start blowing that mating call thing the guy at the hunting store sold us." The guy up front blows and blows. About 5 minutes later, they see the largest moose they have ever seen come walking up to them in their moose costume. Guy in back says, "Okay, now unzip the suit and let's shoot this thing." Guy up front says, "The zipper is stuck, I can't get it open." Guy in back asks, "So, what the hell are we going to do?" Guy in front says, I'm going to lean over and start eating some grass, but if I were you, I'd brace myself. A woman arrived at a party. While scanning the guests, she spotted an attractive man sitting alone at the bar. She approached him, smiled, and said, "Hello, my name is Carmen." "That's a beautiful name," he replied. "Is it a family name?" "No," she replied. "As a matter of fact, I gave it to myself. It represents the things that I enjoy the most, cars and men. Therefore, I chose Carmen. What's your name?" she asked. "B." "J," he answered. "Oh, B. J. Titzenbeer." A woman says to her husband that she wants to have plastic surgery to enlarge her breasts. Her husband tells her, "Hey, you don't need surgery to do that." "I know how to do it without surgery." His wife asks, "How can I do it without surgery?" "Just rub toilet paper between them." Startled, the lady asks, "How does that make them bigger?" "I don't know, but it worked for your ass." A man went to the hospital to visit his mother-in-law, who was in serious condition. On the way back, the wife, very worried, asks, "So, honey, how's my mum doing?" He replies, "She looks great. She is in good health. She will still live for many years. Next week, she will be released from the hospital and will come and live with us forever." "Wow, that's amazing," says the wife. "But this is very strange, dear. Yesterday she seemed to be on her deathbed. The doctors said she should have a few days to live." "Well, I don't know how she was yesterday," he replied, "but today when I arrived at the hospital, the doctor told me that we should prepare for the worst." An old man entered the car agency together with his young wife. The owner of the agency spotted the couple and went over to wait upon them himself. He could not help staring at the lady, which, of course, the old man noticed. "May I propose a wager?" he said. "If you can do everything to my wife that I can do, and still end up the same way as I do, I will pay you to double for the car. But if you cannot, you will give it to me for free." "Okay, agreed." The old man gave his wife a passionate kiss, and the agency owner did the same. Then the man unbuttoned her blouse and kissed her breasts. So did the agency owner. Then the husband opened his fly, pulled out his pecker, and bent it in half. "What color car do you want?" asked the agency owner.